If you're thinking about moving into a 55 plus community, there are about 4 things that nobody mentions when you're on the tour. And I'm going to tell you all 4. I'm Roger, I'm 76 years old, and my team and I sell homes in these communities all over the Charlotte area. And more to the point, I live in one. So let's get started with the one that surprised me the most, because it's got nothing to do with the house. It feels like college all over again. That's the big number one. We had some folks over last night, and we were talking about that while we were dancing to some of my 60s and 70s Groove Doctor tunes with the party lights going on. It was a fun little dessert and wine, and we enjoyed it. But you start talking about sort of the vibe in the neighborhood. Yeah, kind of like college all over again. We live up in the front section, the first 35 homes. And you know, the first week, 2, 3, hey, we're getting together over so-and-so's house. We're gonna all have a pitch in, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it was really cool. It was fun. It was like the first week in college. My first week at Indiana University, I was in a rock and roll band. So that was, we were the ones that brought the party. So yeah, it does kind of feel like college all over again in a good way, and maybe some that are not so good. Number 2, architectural controls are unforgiving. You know, we wanted a pink door on our front house. My wife's got funky style and chic, and she wanted a particular shade of pink. We had to get architectural review approval to be able to paint the door pink. Now, on one level, I like that because it keeps the neighborhood looking good. On the other hand, really? They don't tell you that when you're touring the model homes, right? Also, the HOAs can raise dues. That's number 3. Yeah, you come in and, you know, ours was about $250 a month. It's gone up a little bit. I like it. It covers a lot for that, including the lawn maintenance and all that. But think about it. When the builder turns the HOA over to the residents, everybody's got an opinion and everybody's got a certain tolerance. Everybody was raised differently, maybe some in a frugal household, some in a spendthrift household. And when the inmates take over the asylum, who knows what's going to happen? So be ready for the HOA fees going up, and some of your neighbors might want it to go down, and that means taking away certain things. And then there are also special assessments. When we'll talk about that. The third one is kind of strict, or fourth, strict rules about grandkids visits. This is kind of a big thing because you got a nice pool and a beautiful facility, and some of us don't want the kids bugging us when we're trying to enjoy our retirement. You remember Mr. Wilson from Dennis the Menace, right? Hey kids, get off of my lawn. The other side of that is you got people that love their grandkids and want to spend a lot of time with them, and they want to have them over. So like, for instance, a lot of them, the 55 plus neighborhoods will restrict pool visits for the grandkids, maybe to several afternoons in the afternoon. Well, that's kind of good on one level because old folks don't want to be out in the pool catching cancerous rays of sun, and the young kids, they don't care. But you're going to be there with them. The point is, some people like being around kids, some people don't, but they're your grandkids after all, right? And so that's all that really matters. So have I gotten to all these rules that I promised you 4? Well, one of them is, just because it's a 55 plus restricted community does not mean that there won't be people under 55 living near you. And how does that work? Well, a typical 80-20 mix means some are 100%. Somebody in the household has to be 55, not both, not all. Typically that means 20% could be people that are not 55 plus, but almost always anybody under 19 can't live there full time. Maybe 3 months a year makes up for college kids and so on. But the other side of that coin is, I'm thinking of one neighborhood here. It's the Toll Brothers neighborhood. Years ago, they started calling it age targeted. Well, I don't like the way that feels with a typical, we have certain laws that real estate agents, we have to obey, housing laws. And I don't like saying age targeted, but the builder did. And so people were moving in there thinking it was a 55 plus restricted, and it wasn't. And the story goes, A friend of a friend woke up and there's a 2-year-old playing out in the driveway. Oh, that was a rude awakening. So the point being that 80-20 means that 20% could be under, but you're not going to have, teenagers. But you could have a 45-year-old living next door. And by the way, that ain't all that bad because they want to be there and they will never have to move again if it goes that way. So guys, I'm Roger Holloway. My team and I help people relocate to the greater Charlotte area. We'd love to start a dialogue with you about it. I've got some specific tips and pointers about why you should reach out to me first before you reach out to a builder, before you walk into a model home, before you fill out a form online, and it has to do with agency. The person in the sales center for the builder or even online does not work for you, they work for the builder. Me, my team, we want to work for you. You need representation, and I'll talk to you about it when you call. 704-345-3400. Can't wait to get you here to the Carolinas.